Hey y'all, we are making the prettiest dish you have ever seen today. It's Mexican cornbread salad. Sounds wonderful. It's by Mary Katherine's table, and we're going to see how this one measures up today. So the first thing we're going to do is take a couple of tablespoons of butter and put it in a cast iron skillet, and we're going to put that in the oven and just let that heat up. I have my oven set on 400. And while that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the cornbread. And you can make this with pre-made cornbread, but she did not. She made it homemade, so I'm going to make it homemade as well. Okay, so the cornbread is 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 cup of self-rising flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, and we'll just go ahead and get the dry ingredients mixed together. Okay, now it is 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/3 cup of sour cream. We also have 1 large egg, 1 cup of buttermilk, I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up. And you're not supposed to overmix the cornbread, so we're just going to get that kind of incorporated. But I want to get the lumps out. Okay, 2 more ingredients. This has half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese and 1 jalapeno. You don't have to put this in, but she did, and she said it was really good. She said she's made it with and without, and it's excellent with. So this was just 1 jalapeno, and I've diced it up fairly small. So we're going to add that right in. And I took the seeds out of mine. Okay, let me check, see if we have everything. We got it. We got it. Okay, let's get this mixed together. Okay, I'm going to check on my hot pan. The butter's melted, but it needs to be sizzling a little bit. And then we just put the cornbread right in there. And she said that is what makes good brown edges on your cornbread. So that sounds good. Okay, have that out of the oven. And if you have bacon grease, she advised using bacon grease, but I didn't have any bacon grease. So I just put butter in my pan. And we'll see how this works out. Oh, don't grab that. Don't grab that by mistake. I think she wanted it to sizzle. Mine's not sizzling, so I probably could have left the butter in the oven a little bit longer, but too late now. Ooh, that looks good though. Check that out. Okay, into the oven it goes. And that'll need to bake for about 15-20 minutes until it's golden brown. While the cornbread is baking, this recipe also has a homemade ranch dressing. So we're going to get that mixed up and have that ready for when it comes out of the oven. So it's 1 cup of mayo, 1 cup of sour cream, and then 1 heaping teaspoon each of salt and pepper, and garlic powder. And get that incorporated. I'm going to hold this. Okay, and you also use 1 to 2 tablespoons of buttermilk to thin it out. Mine actually doesn't seem that thick. I'm going to use a little bit. And as it sits, it'll thicken up. So by the time we're ready to use it, we may can even add a little more. I'm gonna give that a try. You don't want this real runny because it's actually going to be one of the layers in the salad. It's a layered salad, if I didn't say that. So we don't want it to like run all down through everything. And she did say you can use just store-bought ranch if you want to, but she said it's not as good. So we're just going to make it. It wasn't hard to make at all. Okay. I want to taste it though. Mmm. Who knew you can make ranch dressing so easy? That is good, y'all. That is good. That's better than store-bought. I might start making that at home for me. Okay, the cornbread's out of the oven. And I'm going to dump it out onto a plate to help it cool a little bit faster. Hopefully it'll slide right out. Woo! Look at there. It didn't get as brown on the top, but the bottom looks amazing. Okay, we're going to let that cool and then we'll layer up the salad. Okay, I wanted you to see all of the ingredients. So the cornbread, of course, and it looks really good. And I'm using black beans and corn. You can also use pintos and 1 pepper. So it's half of just 2 different types that you want. I'm using red and orange. And then about 2 cups of diced tomatoes, green onion. And then we'll have a layer of our ranch dressing, cheese, and bacon. Okay, now all we do is layer it up. So we're going to use a half of the cornbread total, so about a 1/4 of the cornbread, and we're just going to crumble it in the bottom. And I did take a little taste of the cornbread. It is really good. I mean, you could just make that cornbread on its own. Okay, then I'm going to use half of the beans, and I have drained and rinsed the beans. And then half of the corn. And then half of each color of peppers. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then half of the tomatoes. And then we're going to use half of our dressing. I'm going to give this another stir and see if it's still, oh yeah, it doesn't need any more buttermilk. It didn't thicken up too much. I think it's about the right consistency. Okay, so I'm going to use about half of this. Which is a lot. Okay, I'm going to just kind of even that out. You know what? I forgot my green onions on the first layer. We're going to go ahead and put them. And we're going to do our cheese. So I'm going to be generous with the cheese. And my bowl might be too little. Okay. And then half of our bacon. Okay. And then we repeat. So going in with another crumble of cornbread. The rest of our beans. This is not going to fit, y'all, so we're going to be tipping this over the top here. And corn, spread that out. And I'm going to remember to do my green onions this time. I'm going to save a little bit of this to go on the top. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the rest of my peppers. And she's getting so full. But oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Woo. Now we're going to go back on top with our dressing. What, I might have put a little too much on that first layer. I think I did. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And then we're going to top with the remainder. I have stuff everywhere. Okay, we're going to top with the remainder of our cheese. Bacon. You just can't go wrong with bacon. Bacon and cheese. And then top it with a little bit more of our green onion. Did I do tomatoes? No, because I have so many. We're going to put them right here. We're going to put them right here. Y'all, I'm just too forgetful. I don't think you can mess this up. And we're going to call it done. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the layers in there. How pretty is that? I'm going to dig down with a big spoon, and this is going to probably make a mess everywhere, but I want to be sure I get all the layers. So I'm going to kind of dip straight down. Probably get this everywhere. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. Get a good bite of everything. Mm. 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 That is so good, y'all. But you know what makes it? It's that homemade ranch dressing. I'm not going to lie. I got to have another bite of this. The flavors are wonderful. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels, because everything's kind of cooled, it feels light and summery. Oh, make this, guys. Make this one. It's really good. I enjoyed cooking with you guys. Thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe if you'd like to join me. I'm going to continue eating this. I'm going to finish this plate. So good.